Chains rattle broken, now we rise. Flag in my hand, stars burn the skies. Truth ain't dead, though the liars try. They scream loud, but the words all die. Guys watching hands, raise to the throne. Freedom ain't free, blood built this home. Continue freedom, keep it alive. Red, white, blue, we bleed to survive. Continue freedom, keep it alive. Land of the free, ain't bending the knee. Truth in my veins, it's all I see. Patriots roar, no fear in the fight. Continue freedom, stand in the light.
Okay, and we are running on all 8 cylinders. We are live. Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Okay, you saw the thumbnail. We have to talk about it. And I've been getting tired of talking about Candace Owens. However, this latest little stunt of hers has had me, I've been doing cheetah flips over this. It is absolutely nuts. So we're going to start off by talking about the whole TPUSA deal, which you guys saw. She has been calling out TPUSA for 3 months. 3 stinking months. She has been calling out TPUSA, saying, when are you going to have me on? When are we going to talk? Come on, answer these questions. And what does TPUSA say? Okay, fine, December 15th. And she says, whoa, any other day but that day. And we're going to go piece by piece through all of this. But I also have to just absolutely come off the top rope on these dudes on X who are carrying water for this lady. And I have to say that if you are one of these, like an Evan, what's his name? Evan Kilgore, this dude, this guy has been carrying water. This is all of it. This is the only thing he posts about. His whole account is devoted entirely to repeating Candace Owens' propaganda and nonsense. And I would say to some success. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers. That's perfectly fine. It's not moral. It's not moral. It's not principled. So he is some beta male who is following her around, just doing this for clicks, or he's an actual moron. That's the only thing I can think of. Sorry, I hate to go ad hominem on people like this, but my feed is filled with them. And all they do is repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, holy yes, this, that, and this. Candace said this. Candace went scorched earth, whatever. And then people see polls like this. Who do you believe? Who do you believe is more trustworthy? Candace Owens or TPUSA? And they think that this is reality. Well, no, these are echo chambers. These are small little echo chambers. These aren't free-thinking people. They're just saying, yeah, I buy into the conspiracy, whatever. So, okay, this is where it all started. Candace Owens saying, name the time and place. It came after a tweet from TPUSA. Let's listen to this, and then let's go into the next.
They could to stop Charlie's rise, breaking bread with them and refusing to have a conversation with me, and you know that I cared about Charlie. Have you no shame? We're going to find out. You can pick the place. You can pick the time. I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers in between us, lawyer statements. It's not how I roll, okay? I don't care about any of that. I want it to be authentic. Like I said, you can take the money. We can raise money live for this conversation. That is how badly the world is demanding it.
Anytime, any place. Money's not a factor. None of that matters. It's not about me monetizing my live stream. No. We'll do it anytime, any place. Tomorrow. I'll fly down there tomorrow. That would be the implication, right? She's worth $200 million between her and her husband. We don't know what she's worth. Million. She's the number 1 podcast in the world. She's raking in tons of money. Good for her. That's fine. She has built this little empire on true crime. The true crime narrative. So kudos to her. But then when TPUSA comes out and says, okay, this is the date. Here's her response. Here's the response.
Blake tweeted out just now before we went live on the show. Yesterday, we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to allegations and accusations that you have made. We have decided that response will be delivered during a live stream, as he said, a live stream, on December 15th. Thank you for your response, letting us know that you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. Why are you proceeding without me? To have a conversation that is about me. Why am I getting 24 hours to respond? Why do you need me there in person if you are trying to be sincere and answer the very many questions that I have brought up on this show?
Okay, first point. Why are you doing it without me? Well, they invited you and you said no. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going on. No, not that time. Not that time. Anytime, any place, you name the date, the time, I'll be there. Tomorrow, it's fine. Tomorrow, at the spur of the moment, I can be there. But only if I can do it from the comfort of my little studio, not have a face-to-face conversation with you. And by the way, everybody, you guys know this. I know this because of the work that I do in the photo video world. A lot of video stuff. It is very different. When you are having a guest on a show, it is very different when you are remote versus when you are in person. You can't step away. You can't fake an internet connection or a loss of internet connection. You can't, filibustering makes you look a little more, it can't be blamed on audio delay or any of these things. In person, personal. You know she flies private. She can hop on a plane within a few hours. Just watch the guy who sells planes, right? He'll tell you, you can hop on a plane in a couple hours. You can be wherever you want to be. That's why people have private planes or why they charter planes. Candace Owens and her husband, who's worth $200 million, she can get on a plane and be anywhere she needs to be in the world at a moment's notice. And we're going to talk about where she was willing to go, not to TPUSA in, a week or 2 weeks, in 10 days, whatever it is now. Not that. No. She can't be bothered to do that. Oh, there's childcare. You forget the fact that a nanny's probably raising her kid. No, I can't do that. I got to get flights. Forget the fact that she probably flies private. No. I can't do that. How dare you do all this?
You guys weren't even sincere in what you said yesterday. You told some glaring lies about things that I have said. So we're supposed to trust that you guys are going to handle this discussion all by yourselves and respond to any and every allegation. And this isn't just some planned PR for once and for all. Like I said, this is so obvious. He is being completely destroyed in the comments because what's happening at Turning Point, and I've seen this happen before, is they now believe that they are smarter than their audience, right? They think they are smarter than their small pocket donors. They can pull such an obviously crappy public move like this and pretend, well, we tried.
You got 2 weeks notice.
She said she could make it work, and we tried, but it has to be physically. She needs to be in person, even though we have shown that we have people join us not in person, and it's live streamed, and we both have the tech capabilities to do that. If she doesn't make this work within 24 hours, we can now say that it's on.
They don't need her to do it within 24 hours. They need her to say yes within 24 hours, or that's what they said. I'm sure there's some leniency in there. Let us know, but we're doing it on this date.
Candace, this is a disaster, okay? It is a dumpster fire. That's the only way to describe what is happening at Turning Point USA today and right now is a dumpster fire. Everyone can read this for what it is. As I said, they are getting destroyed in the comments. Like, really, guys? Really?
Saying that you're getting destroyed in the comments, by the way, is like when the Beyonce beehive, isn't that the thing that used to go after people who would criticize Beyonce back in the day? That's what she's done, right? This is the whole mantra around this woman is high school drama, high school pissed off at the world, just trying to say the edgy thing, be the edgy person. I'm gonna be the popular one, and then she wants to sick her beehive on people. Tell me I'm wrong. That's what it is. Oh, the comment section.
You're not going to just send us a simple live stream link and let us join you?
No.
We've had people on this show live streamed. We could have them tomorrow. I said, in response, to them, I'll make this work. I also attached to that tweet any day leading up to the 15th. We can do this virtually any place and any time. But no, they need to have it in person in Phoenix on December 15th or they cannot have me at all. Is that passing the vibe check for you guys?
Yep.
Or does it seem like more posturing and more of a way for them to simply be in the room with themselves as they all lie without any person in the room to be able to fact check those lies, who have researched
like her
those lies and who have kept a list regarding the very many lies they are telling? Okay. I maintain that Turning Point is engaged in a cover-up. That is how I feel. Okay.
Here we go.
And like I said, it pains me to say that because this was once a bright spot in the conservative movement. It is no longer. They are using left-wing tactics.
Look, she never, left-wing tactics. Hang
calling
on.
us names rather than answering us questions. It's everything Charlie stood against. Okay.
Okay, look. She's saying they're using left-wing tactics. And I said this on a podcast I was on two nights ago now. And I thought that her initial statement saying, we don't have to have the lawyers. We don't have to do all that lawyer stuff. If you guys remember in the first release that she had, the one that I played a little while ago, it was the rest of it, where she said, we don't have to have the lawyers. We don't need to get all that involved. Let's just do it tomorrow. And implying I will do it wherever you want, whenever you want. Not implying. That's exactly what she said. So now she's saying these left-wing tactics, and this is kind of a side note, I guess, or a bit of a departure. I'll get back to the point, is that herself, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, all of these people have been pitching left-wing, not tactics, but ideologies in their utterances for the past 6 months, right? So the real left-wing, they are taking the tactic, which is accuse your opponent, which is the MAGA movement, the conservative movement, accuse your opponent of what you yourself are guilty of doing. It's what the left has been doing. They say fascist, 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 corrupt, evil, da-da-da-da-da. They've been saying that about Trump. They've been saying that about all of us for years. But they are the ones who have fascistic tendencies. And yet they try to put that on us or anybody who's in opposition to her. Let's keep going because there's more to this.
Somebody a racist because they're asking questions about what happened with George Floyd leading up to his death. Okay, that is a way that you skip over having to debate logically. Is you name call. All Blake Neff did was name call yesterday. All the pastors have been doing. It's demonic. It's possessed. It's evil. How about you simply answer the questions and stop behaving like you're a radical leftist? Everyone can see what you're doing. That's what I want you guys to know. It's very clear, okay? I'm not asking people to defend me. You are just genuinely this transparent.
Okay, so again, I will say that the left is the one who shies away from face-to-face confrontation. They don't want that. They want the quick sound bites. They want to be able to, separate themselves physically from people because it is significantly easier to, I guess, BS someone or to, not offer, not to have an actual conversation. Right? If you are away from the person, it's just very different. I wish I could find a better way to explain it, but that is the case. And that's what Candace Owens is doing. She's shying away from it. She's terrified, absolutely terrified to have a meaningful conversation. And despite her infinite resources, she can't be bothered to show up. And so why not throw in, of course, she was going to take her shots at Turning Point USA, but it also seems French, right? It's still a French thing.
On the table. I have so many questions, and I'm going to ask them publicly. And I think that we demand answers. We should all be demanding answers because this is now starting to feel very, very dark. It's too French, right? It's just too French. We just can't all be hanging out in Delaware.
Look, this is what I believe. I believe that because of this tweet right here, so this X post that she posted, and I'll get to the comments in a minute. I see them. Trust me, I will get to them. But it has been decided by the public that the best response for this, here we go. Let me go back. It has been decided by the public that the best response for this is for my team to live stream your live stream and provide commentary. Since you already picked our regular podcasting time, we look forward to providing live response to your once and for all answers. What is this? This is monetization. This is what she really wanted. She didn't want to have an actual conversation face to face, really focused on her perspective on what happened to Charlie Kirk, on her perspective of the conservative movement, on her perspective of TPUSA. What she actually wanted was the opportunity to simulcast this massive interview, which is what it would be, this massive debate or face-to-face conversation, whatever you want to call it. She wanted to be remote so that she can monetize it. Because that's what this is about. This is about money. Money and division, which I think they kind of go hand in hand. This is what I think. Oh, we look forward to providing a live response. We'll do our own. We'll do our, not anytime, any place, like I said. No, we're going to do our own, and we'll provide commentary, just like the other commentators who sit and play other people's content all day long without providing any actual thought themselves. They just sit and watch. Basically, you sit and watch TV with somebody. That's what she's going to do. Good gracious. So my beef behind this is that months, literally months, she has wanted this. She's been telling her supporters, this is what we want, this is what we need, this is what we deserve. We deserve answers, answers, answers. And TPUSA says, we'll sit down and we'll do it. But she says, no, I can't. I don't have time. She's got time to go to Carlson's event. I typically don't use that term. So she can go hang out at the, at the event with, that was put on by Qatar. That's fine. She could go to Dollywood. She doesn't feel too insecure to go to Dollywood. But apparently flying to Arizona to have the biggest debate of her life, not of her life, but around this particular topic, she's okay with that. She can go to Dollywood, come to East Tennessee. It's a beautiful place. Look. But no. I need to hide behind a camera. That's where I feel safe, says Candace Owens. Good gracious. And look, the long-term impact of all of this is it right here. She says it. I'm going to show you evidence of what I believe. I say evidence. I'm not going to say evidence. That's not evidence. This is speculation, and this is my reading of all of this. Candace Owens does not care about the next election. She doesn't care about the midterms from her own mouth, right? She tacks on a benevolent agenda behind it. But here you go. Listen to this.
And it's because she's a piece of shit. Because instead of saying, guys, let's come together and figure out how to work together, she says the stupidest retarded crap. And now everybody's running around divided and broken. For what reason? For literally what reason?
Because they killed Charlie Kirk in broad daylight, and we don't care about your stupid midterms. We just don't care. Like, they really, this is how they view Charlie Kirk. That's why I say, was anything in his life real? Tim Pool is going off right now because he's like, it's not the time. You guys need to be mules. You need to keep voting in the very corrupt people that are lying to your faces right now about what happened to Charlie Kirk. It is not the time because it is your job to get people into office. This is what I mean when I suggest that nothing in Charlie Kirk's life was real.
Charlie Kirk was obviously too stupid to know what was going on in his real life, says Candace Owens. Charlie Kirk was a moron. He was oblivious to what was going on around him, says Candace Owens. Nothing in his life was real, and he was too dumb to know it, say Candace and all of her supporters, to include the ones that are down in the comment section. You guys, oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, this is great. Charlie Kirk was a moron. Candace Owens is right. That's it. Charlie Kirk was an idiot. There you go. Congratulations, Candace followers. He's a moron living in the Truman world. He's the silly little guy just living a happy life. That's it. Not the guy who built the most successful conservative movement in the country, who had unified the American people in support of Donald Trump and MAGA. And by the way, all they care about is the election, right? Let's just say the ones profiting off of Charlie Kirk's assassination, who has made the most money of anybody in the political sphere? Anybody in the political sphere who has made the most money since Charlie Kirk was assassinated? That lady. The one that you all just bow down to, the people that just bow down to Candace Owens. Oh, our oracle. Oh, our wonderful oracle. She's so wonderful. So wonderful. There you go. And it's having effects. I mean, I will say, this is what I was warning about. I've been warning about this for months now, ever since this happened, ever since this divide started growing and growing and the chasm got wider and wider and wider, is that we are going to lose the midterms. And we will. I can say with not with certainty. Some great things could happen between now and then. There could be some unifying movement. I don't know what it'll be. But do I think that Candace Owens is helping or hurting the future of America? Do I think that Candace Owens is helping or hurting the future of the conservative movement? Well, she certainly ain't helping it. Do I think Nick Fuentes is doing anything positive for the conservative movement? Absolutely not. Nick Fuentes has been backpedaling. In fact, he was on Steven Crowder, and a lot of people were going after Steven Crowder because of the softball interview that he gave him. But really what Crowder did was pretty interesting. He made him, he took him off guard, calmed him down, asked him questions, and in almost every instance, not every, but many, many instances, Nick Fuentes had to flip on the things that he had been spouting for years and years, the very things that made him so popular amongst the groypers or whatever they're called. I just happened to see a comment, Smokey, block me? Who's blocking you? Nobody's blocking you. I don't care. You can spout whatever you want to in the comment section right now, so long as it doesn't get violent, and then I'll block you. But nonetheless, Tennessee, in a deep, deep red state, my state of Tennessee, deep red state, a place where Donald, in a district, by the way, District 7, where Donald Trump won by 22 points, what happens? The Republican wins by 9 points. Cut in half, more than half. Why? Because people say Donald Trump sucks. They want to make a Donald Trump endorsement political poison. That's what they're trying to do. It's what this whole thing is about. Somebody needs to step up, right? Who's going to be the one to step up after Donald Trump is gone? And by the way, how can we continue to, as opposed to letting this movement play out, let's stay unified behind MAGA and the good things. He's not doing everything right. I'm very upfront about that. He's not knocking it out of the park on, every front, but he's doing some pretty great stuff. And I still support my president. I still like Donald Trump. But they're saying, well, you know what? If you're a Republican, you get a year. That's it. You get not even a year. You get 11 months. You got 11 months to make all these little whiny crybabies happy. Make all the little whiny crybabies happy. You got 11 months to fix the whole stinking country that has been going down the crapper for decades. And if you can't do it in 11 months, we're going to turn on you. We're going to turn on you because we aren't actually loyal to the country. We're loyal to our own little sick ideologies, right? We're loyal to clicks. We're loyal to money. When MAGA stopped making me money, now I'm going to turn on MAGA. This is what this looks like. I'm not saying that's exactly what everybody's doing, but that's certainly what it looks like. Because not even 11 months. We're at 11 months now. This started 6 months ago. So you got 6 months to fix the country. If you don't, we're going to turn on you, and we're going to turn this into a three-party system. We're going to have a little, our spokesperson, like a Nick Fuentes, come out here and spout pro-Nazi, pro-Stalin, socialist nonsense and pitch himself as though he's a conservative. That's the way forward for us. That's our idea of America first. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it had me, just this whole thing. As soon as she said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it anytime, any place, except for that time and place. My goodness. Have we gotten to, we're not that stupid. I mean, you guys that don't think that we are, please hit me up in the comments. Do you think there is still hope for America? If we are this fickle, and I say this as a person who has had my criticisms and my praises of Donald Trump. We have to be able to, we got to walk and chew gum at the same time. We're fixing a lot of problems all at once. This is like turning a tanker, a petroleum tanker around in a tiny little creek, right? It's going to be about a 2,000 point turn. And Donald Trump, I said it going into it, he's not going to fix everything. He can't fix everything. But it's incremental steps. Are we actually moving in the right direction? We have to fix our economy. We have to fix security. Shutting down the border. Look, this is the nation building 101 thing, right? We talk about nation building 101, which is before any economic development can happen, before you can grow an economy, before you can build an economy, before you can, bring business and investment and all these things, you have to have security. Okay. What was our biggest security failure? Well, the border, the southern border. Did Donald Trump do something about that? Yep. What's he doing about it now? Well, he's aside from the people coming across the southern border, he's stopping the drugs, even the ones coming by boat. He's got drones blowing them out of the water. He's put strike carrier groups down in Venezuela. Now we could debate on what Venezuela's not the biggest exporter of any of that. So there's probably that would be a criticism of mine picking Venezuela. I think he should probably be talking to the president of Mexico and Colombia and places like that, and maybe a couple of drone strikes down there on some meth labs or whatever it is they're cooking. But nonetheless, is he moving in the right direction by terrifying people to get in a boat and bring poison into America that's killing 100,000 Americans a year? Yep, he's doing that. There you go. There's a positive. There's a win. What about tariffs? Oh, tariffs are going to wreck everything. They're going to destroy this country. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, except now we're saying, you know what? Maybe next year, everybody's going to get a tariff refund check. I'll just dish out $2,200 or $1,000 or whatever the number was. I forget now. We'll dish that out to the American people. Good? Yeah. Oh, guess what? Any kid that's born after 2030, was that the year? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to stick some money in an account, and when they're 18, they can withdraw it or they can do whatever with it. We're going to make these young kids invested in America. Good idea? Yep. We don't want to talk about that, right? We want to talk about, look, do the Epstein files need to be released? Yes. But is that worth dividing the conservative movement? Not at the moment. We've got 3 years left of this presidency. 3. Trace. Drei, if you're German. I don't know. What's 3 in French? I don't know. Pick your language. We have 3 years left. We are a quarter of the way through this. But nope, we can't wait. We can't wait. We got to tear it apart now before the midterms. And just like I was showing you in Tennessee, we get a glimpse of what it's going to look like. Donald Trump wins by 22. A Republican, West Point grad, wins by 9. There you go. And we're on our way. We're on our way to destruction. And all the people, I see some good comments, some Groypers and Candace people in the comments. Don't be the ones that complain, because this is the ground that's being set, by the way, for the Candace supporters and the Fuentes supporters and all those people that are saying, we're America first. When the midterms are lost, when we lose the midterms, when we lose the next presidential election, who are they going to blame? They're going to blame Donald Trump supporters. They're going to blame MAGA. They're going to blame Middle America and say, you know what? You should have supported the 28-year-old socialist masquerading as a conservative who idolized Hitler and Stalin. That's the guy you should have supported. If only you had supported him. And the crazy lady in her basement saying that the French is Israel and the TPUSA and all this massive conspiracy, international conspiracy that spanned continents. Took out Charlie Kirk with no evidence, but that's what she's saying. If you didn't support her, you're the problem. That's it. You got to believe these nut jobs. You should have supported the nut job. That's what you should have done. Do you realize how stupid this is? And Candace doesn't care. Look, whatever happens, midterms won, lost, like any socialist, like any leftist, look at history. When socialism takes root, I'm not saying that this is all going to lead to socialism, but it's certainly not moving us towards conservatism. But people that are socialist, they want socialism when they're rich. Socialism needs to take place. You got to be at the top of the heap. Why? Because the people that are rich stay rich. The people that are middle class get poor, and the people that are poor stay poor. That's how socialism works. It's always worked that way, 100% of the time. Why do you need the rich people? Why do the rich people support socialism? Because it keeps them rich. The government's going to keep them rich because they're the ones that are going to give the donations, right? They don't have to pull out of their own pocket for political contributions. So Candace made it to the pinnacle. The guy that she knew for 17 days and then married, who's worth $200 million, right? She is an elite. She's like, the elites, the elites. She is the elite. Sorry, this has just had me. Wow. Gutless. She is absolutely gutless. Because you know what? I think that the positive behind it is that it could have been a meaningful conversation. It could have been a conversation that let us get past this and start talking about actual policy. But that doesn't benefit her. How in the world would that benefit her? She's making millions of dollars. And by the way, I'm going to bring up one other thing, then I'm going to get to comments. And this is, I saw this on X. So Tim Pool posted this here. Let me play this real quick. And it's interesting how the Candace bootlickers are pitching this. Check this out.
Because she's a piece of shit. Because instead of saying, guys, let's come together and figure out how to work together.
Oh, wait, that's not the right one. Sorry. That was the wrong post. Let me pull this one up. I think it's this one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the right one. Sorry, I had the wrong one.
To be, maybe Candace is intentionally playing the heel to unite everyone against her. It's like the weirdest thing now because
selfless, right? Selfless.
I have check this out. Since she started doing this arc, our PR people have been getting inundated by mainstream media reporters. They've been texting me like crazy. They're asking us to like give our. It's the weirdest thing. What's happening on the right seems to be maybe Candace is intentionally playing the heel to unite everyone against her. It's like the weirdest thing now because
selfless, right? Selfless.
I have check this out. Since she started doing this arc, our PR people have been getting inundated by mainstream media reporters. They've been texting me like crazy. They're asking us to like give our. It's the weirdest thing ever that all of a sudden the corporate press is like, we're interested in this rift. We want more press on it. And I'm like, is the point to just get like all of the regular conservatives to find their villain?
So she's not J.J. Abrams. She's Vince McMahon during the Stone Cold Steve Austin era of WWE.
Yes.
I have no idea what that means.
I do. You're right.
So the point that that the Candace Owens or Candace followers, this is what they're saying. They're saying, well, they want Tim Pool to engage on the Candace Owens conversation in order to destroy Candace Owens. And I say, au contraire, cow derriere, this is why they want it. Right here. This is exactly what they want. This is all about politics. They want 9-point losses in every other place where Democrats had previously lost and Trump ran away with it. That's what they want. This is about politics. They're thinking way too hard about this. The corporate press is bad and they want people to discredit her because she's onto something and she's right. And they're just after Candace. This is what the Candace Owens sycophants are saying. The truth is they only care about the midterms, and they couldn't give a crap about Candace Owens. They don't care about Candace Owens. They don't care about Tim Pool. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody else. They care about political power, period. And they want to divide MAGA. This was the successful movement. So just like the left, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all of these people are doing the exact same thing. They are out to profit off of the division of MAGA, and ipso facto, they are helping the left. Candace wants the exact same thing because she needs another political movement to ride, whatever the next popular thing is going to be, right? Break it down, crush it to the ground, flatten it, take a bulldozer and run over it. And then maybe when the next thing comes up, I'll get a few more million followers. I'll get a few more million views per show. This is a grift. This is such a stinking grift. And I hate seeing it because, A, I actually love this country. I'm not in this for the blood sport. People just want the blood sport of politics. That's it. They don't care. It's not principled positions. This is blood sport politics, and people are to the future of the country be damned to these people. People like Candace Owens, excuse me. The future of the country be damned Give me my clicks. Give me my popularity. Love me, love me, love me. Golly. All right, I'm going to get to some comments. Holy moly. Okay. Well, you knew you were going to get the 7,000 because this is how stupid it gets. Because I don't support Candace, I'm obviously getting $7,000 from Israel. Is good gracious. The IQ of the IQ of some people. It is, my goodness. I could put them up against my little 5-pound dog. And my 5-pound dog would look like Stephen Hawking compared to some people. Anyway, I'm sorry. She is wrong. CK had a profound relationship with God and follows his direction. Candace did not know God. There you go. This honestly, this takes me to a point that is, I think, critical in all of this. By their fruits you will know them. For people that don't know, that's a Bible verse. And look, I can't confirm or deny that, but I will say that Candace has been selling merch for 3 months off of Charlie Kirk's name. I don't know if they were selling anything there or not. But there you go, Smokey. Let's see. She only married George to try and spite. Oh, gosh. Tracy. Candace is... I'm trying to decide. Tracy, you put up a comment. Candace is miserable being married to George. She only married George to try to spite Charlie. And then I don't know if that'll get me banned off of YouTube. I really want to put it up because I think it's funny. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of creepy. This part is, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I could probably pull up the video clip. But she did the whole, it was an entire, it was minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of her talking about a girl that Charlie had been dating before Erica. And everybody was speculating, saying, I think she wanted Erica to see this. And it got chopped, obviously. It got chopped out of the whole show. And she was swooning over this girl and Charlie's feelings for this girl and all this. I mean, it was the most insulting thing because it was a girl that he dated. He didn't marry her and have kids with her like he did with Erica. But she spent more time talking about that girl than she has talking about Erica, except for when she was trying to, ipso facto blame Erica for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. I mean, it was really creepy. Mark Driscoll, if you guys don't know, Mark Driscoll, he's a pretty good pastor and he's online. He's very much into the men's, masculinity, the masculinity movement, or trying to bring masculinity back to men and have them be less beta, we've become accustomed to saying in young men. Anyway, he said that it was a very great point, that it's a very unhealthy relationship or a very unhealthy obsession that she is having with a man who is not her husband. If you want to talk about, fine, answer the questions. There's probably still questions, or there are still questions around Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's perfectly fine to ask some questions, but the obsession with which she is doing it and the personal nature of her arguments is something that should probably be addressed with her husband. Because it's gotten a bit weird. Not a bit weird. It's very, very, very weird. Let's see. What difference would this make? I find this an interesting question. I'm in Tennessee. What difference does it make? Blocked Smokey. Is that you? Oh, that's funny. Canna couldn't take it. Canna or Kana, I don't know. There you go. She couldn't take it anymore. She's like, I blocked Smokey. Smokey down in the comments. Let's see. See, and look, you know what? I'm not giving any more attention to that person. This is the last one, but I'm going to show this for the viewers that are still watching. Here you go. This is what the Candace, Fuentes, Tucker, bootlickers. This is the sort of thing that they do. And sorry, Smokey, but I am going straight at you. You want to go in the comments with that stuff? Here you go. This is the last comment that I'm bringing up of yours, but I want to highlight it because this is very important. This is important because this is the question they asked. It's all they care about. It's all they care about. IDS. Anyway, let's get on to some good people here. April Chapman worked with Candace at TPUSA. Candace was in... Oh, that's interesting. I have heard this. I've heard people making this claim. I haven't seen any proof of that, but it's I would say that that's how she acts. I couldn't confirm or deny that. I couldn't confirm or deny that. Well, I will agree with right here. We live in idiocracy now. Pobox. Yes, we live in idiocracy now. That's, it really is. The more you look at it, even the Crocs. Have you guys seen, if you watch Idiocracy, there's clips. You can find it on X or Instagram or wherever. But the shoes they were wearing in Idiocracy are Crocs. And they used those in Idiocracy because they thought the set designers thought nobody's ever going to wear these stinking shoes. Right? And nope, they do. So it's not just that. It's everything else. Good gracious. Let's see. Oh, well, you made my point, Pobox, even though you don't, I don't know where you think of this. I hope it's not, but if Candace continues and, I think there's a good chance a lot of people are going to be losing jobs. There you go. Cantifa, there you go. Yeah, you got that right, Heart Love. It's fine. People can come here and make comments. I don't ban people unless it starts getting like violent or overly just really, really bad. I mean, there's certain thresholds because I want anybody to be able to come in here and have a conversation, and I reserve the right to criticize people who say silly things. That's just how a comment section works, though. Let's see. I hope you're right, Heart Love. Yep, I hope you're right. Some serious damage is being done. I mean, we have to admit that. We have to admit some serious damage is being done. And they tried to address it, but Candace would rather, as opposed to having the conversation, would rather sit there and just, you know what? I'm just going to attack them, keep attacking them from afar because she's gutless. That's what it is. I don't know. And by the way, I'm assuming because you have AOC dancing in your thing, are you a lefty there, Pobox? I don't know where TPUSA is. The Charlie Kirk show. Let's see. Charlie Kirk. It hadn't been well. Charlie Kirk show podcast rankings. We can find it. Let's see. As of Q3 in 2025, it was the 17th largest weekly podcast audience in the United States, according to Edison Research. I mean, they're not doing bad, but I'm sure they've taken a hit. Yeah, and I think that this is going to happen. I think that, with all these people who have been I think, honestly, let me put it this way. I think that a lot of people are waking up to what Candace is doing. They're waking up to the grift. Some people are in it because they like the blood sport. That's it. They like the violence, just like they like action movies, and they like confrontation. Whoever's edgy and you know, cusses the most, kicks up the most dirt, whatever, stirs the pot the most. Those are the ones that they're going to go with. Maybe because they're bored. I don't know. But it doesn't have anything to do with, you know, common sense, you know, viable data, any facts or statistics. No, it doesn't have anything to do with any of that. I'm just going to listen to what somebody says, and that's it. And I implore everybody, by the way, everybody that comes on this show and gets into my chat, don't take my word for it. Go out and do your research. If I don't know something, I'm going to say I don't know. If I think it's speculation, I'm going to say this is purely speculation, but this is what it seems like. I'm not going to sit here and mislead you as though everything is, you know, cut and dry. And here's my opinion pitched as though it's fact. No, I'm going to give you my opinion based on facts. And if there's any question marks, I'm going to tell you these are question marks. Let's see. Candace slanders everyone and makes millions off of stupid and gullible people. Bingo, bango. There you go. That's it. Stupid and gullible. I would venture to say, yeah. I mean, look, people think demon possession is some like what are the movies? The Exorcist or something like that. No, people, you can have, think of evils in the world in general, right? Whether that is addiction or, and I don't care what the addiction is to. It could be, you know, alcohol, drugs, pornography, whatever it happens to be. Those are evil things. Having the understanding of Christ, right, is what gives you the soft, still voice in your head, or that feeling that what I'm doing is wrong. This thing is wrong. And so recognizing that is one thing. But when you fully give in to whatever that evil is in your head, that is like a demon possession. And I'm not a theologian or anything like that, but that's more or less how this operates. So do I think that her own, I mean, she's driven by greed. She's driven by popularity, money, fame, power, influence, all of this, the ability to contort the zeitgeist and shift it in her favor so that she can make money off of it and get power and influence and recognition. That in and of itself is a version of a demon possession, or it's at the very least, it's giving in to evil impulses. So that's my take on it anyway. Whoa, lots of comments. Well, y'all are commenting quicker than I can get to the comments. Oh, let's see. Okay. Dot, 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 dot. Ooh, big conversation going on down here. No, yeah, I see that one. So I guess somebody down here doesn't believe in God. That's fine. Doesn't believe in good versus evil. See how many people follow her. There you go. It's baffling to see how many people follow her. She even knows they're as naive as they come and takes full advantage of them. That's it. There you go. That's it. She knows what she's doing. Come on. I never said she's an idiot, and I never will. She's very crafty. She knows exactly what she's doing. Let's see. Okay, correction then. I'm no lefty. That's AOC. I know it was AOC dancing on the rooftop. Didn't I say that? I just assumed somebody who puts AOC dancing in their rooftop is going to be a lefty. You know what? I stereotyped you Pobox. I apologize. I didn't mean to stereotype you there. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Hey, that's funny. I don't think TPUSA should try to debunk Candace. They should just sue the Pewadden, the Pewadden out of her. I've never heard that one before. I'm from the South. Sounds like a Southern term, but I've never heard that one. I'm from the South. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we all do. Here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to put up another one of your comments, but we all do. No, we care about what happened to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, everybody does. We just believe, people on my side of this believe that the investigation is ongoing, that there is a court trial, that is there's a trial that's actually going to take place, that evidence is going to be presented, that a trial couldn't have even been started unless the FBI had enough evidence to convict the person. That, like, nobody thinks about that. They think that there's some magical, well, they throw some fairy dust in the air and a judge says, yeah, I know, I got it. You don't have any evidence. That's fine. We got to do this whole cover-up thing. What about you, Attorney General? What about you, over here? Everybody's on board? We all on board with the conspiracy? Okay, raise your hand if you're not. All right, you're not. Yeah, you get out. Bring me somebody in here that does. You good with the conspiracy? Yeah, let's do a conspiracy. Some people think that this works. There's a legal process, a stringent legal process that we have to go through in order to prove somebody to be guilty. And people say they don't want to wait for that. No, we can't let that process play out. Let's let the crazy lady in her basement, in Gucci and Armani and flying private and driving around in her Land Rovers and whatever, Bentleys and whatever. I don't know to cast aspersions on somebody because she married a rich guy. I mean, she was doing okay beforehand, but she's worth $250 million now. Now, let's listen to that lady. She knows better, obviously, to coin a Tucker phrase. Anyway. Oh. Whee. Lots and lots of comments. I'm just blocking people who irritate me. That was shortly after. Okay. Boy, you guys are having some good conversation down here. I appreciate you guys being on board, by the way. If you're new here, whether you agree with me or not, and you want to hear more content, you want to come in here and troll the comments, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video is released. It's all good. It's all good. I would appreciate it. I'm not one of these guys who's just going to shy away from all the shady comments. I'm okay with answering whatever. Let's see. There you go. She's possessed. Okay. All right. Did I miss comments? Demon possession when it's Tucker saying a demon scratched him while he was sleeping. There you go. That's an interesting point. I skipped over that one there. So you can't be demon possessed if you're Candace Owens, but you can if you're Tucker saying he was scratched while he was in bed. Side note, he was laying with 3 hunting dogs. Oh, that's funny. Look, I believe that, this whole world, you can't say that this isn't a good versus evil world. Like, that's ignoring reality. And I believe it. I see things through a biblical lens. And yeah, this is good versus evil. I'm sorry, it is. And anybody can be infected by evil at any level. It could be something small. It could be something big. But when you have, this is why I said this on I was on DD, got a podcast, and it was the last time I said it, but now I'm just kind of reiterating it, is that this is This microphone it's actually powerful. Mine's minimally powerful because I've got a small audience right now. I'm not a huge channel. I will be, but I'm a small channel right now. When you've got millions and millions of people and you have to be intentionally misleading them if you're Candace Owens. If you are Candace Owens, you are intentionally misleading your audience. And if you are doing that, doesn't necessarily mean you're possessed by evil, but that means you are doing something evil. You are doing something wrong. And she has to know that. She's got staff. She has social media people. She's got researchers. She's got all the resources she could possibly muster to make her show. And she's intentionally, we can see it. Those of us that do just a minuscule amount of research can see that she is misleading people. And to do that is wrong. Okay, then how about this? You don't believe in demon possession, so, oops, sorry, let me put this back up here. All right, demon possession. You are correct. In a purely factual debate, demon possession it's not an appropriate counterpoint. Didn't think I was having an official debate. I was just answering comments and what I believe. In an official debate, I would say that she is misleading her audience intentionally, because anybody with give me a fraction of a brain cell and 20 minutes worth of research, and you could use AI, comb through her feed. Not a single one of her claims has ever been supported by an actual fact. But by that very point, she is lying to people, either intentionally or because she's incompetent. So either way, she shouldn't be talking to people. She shouldn't be talking to millions of people. There you go. She has not proved a single thing. Not a single thing. There you go. So demon possession out of it. I'm trying to give you a motive. And I believe that because this world operates on the spiritual, good versus evil ever since the beginning. Read Genesis. It's a fallen world, so on and so forth. Whoa, no, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. Have you seen her Degree 180 articles? No, but I do. If you guys don't know about Social Autopsy, you can go check out Social Autopsy. In fact, one of you guys in the comments years ago sent me months ago, reminded me about that, and told me about that. I didn't even know about that she had Social Autopsy, which was a doxing website. That was from back in the day as a lefty. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Pobox. I appreciate that. I really do. I get aggressive sometimes. I honestly, it's seldom. This one really got me just champing at the bit, because I thought it would be look, all this speculation and the back and forth and da. Now's the time for her to sit down and have a conversation with them. And they opened it up. Here's the date. It's like 2 weeks away. You can show up and do it. And so I was like, I think my face physically turned red when I read that. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to be there. That made me mad, because this is a division that has to be healed. It's got to be healed. Look, can the election side of it, because the elections are important. Obviously, the elections are important. The midterms are important. 2028 is going to be important. This rift, there's only two things that can happen. Either we start to heal it, or we're just going to keep driving a wedge into it. And this was one of the big ones. She had an opportunity to do something about it, and she opted to do nothing and say, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and sit off here to the side, as I've been doing, and comment on your all's discussion and not take part. That I've got a problem with that. So I appreciate it. I say all that to say, Pobox, I appreciate it. I do. And I'm generally much more docile, but tonight I'm not. I'm pissed off about it. Yeah. Somebody said that was Snotface in the comments? I saw somebody comment about Snotface. Snotface is one that came over. She came over from the Chicago Conservative, who, by the way, has been banned, and it grinds my gears that happened to him. I'm hoping to have him on this weekend if we can work out a time. But they took his channel down. There you go. Let's see. Colonel Kurtz is making a Becoming Candace documentary. She just posted. Interesting. Read Neff's invitation. It wasn't a debate. Says it's Charlie's. Okay. I'll check that out. I thought I read the whole tweet. I just don't know how to classify it. In my brain, I'm thinking, you know what? This is going to become a debate because she's been making claims. They say they're going to address all of her claims and all the specifics around it as much as they can, because obviously, as we know, there's a trial that's going to be going on. And so, yeah, it wasn't a debate. It's Charlie's friend speaking. That in and of itself should be, well, I mean, about as welcoming of an invitation as you can, especially after all the stuff. Excuse me, after all the stuff that she's been implying. Yep, there you go. That's it. Yeah, we talked about that a little while ago. She said, name the time and place. They did, and she said no. Let's see. She said it's the most important thing happening in the world. Yeah. There you go. It has been 3 months. Okay. Goodness gracious. I'm over the hour mark. Guys, generally speaking, I go for an hour. You all feel free to continue the conversation down in the comment section. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything big. Golly, lots and lots of comments, lots of back and forth, and I appreciate it. I really do. I need to start putting the comment section up on the screen so everybody can see it, but you guys can see it over on YouTube. I'm sure I missed something, and I apologize if I did. One surefire way, by the way, if you want to get your comments seen, do a super chat. I don't ask for super chats. I'm not going to ask for super chats. But if you have something that's really burning, that one will pop up to the front. Let's see. There you go. That's great. I made Canna. I made an X post that was very much similar to that. I said, yeah, name the time, name the place. And they said December 15th, Phoenix, 2:00. And she said, not that time, not that place. I don't have childcare. I'm supposed to get my hair done. I've got to get my nails done. I've got all of these things going on. I'm so busy that day. If you had picked any other day, I'd have been there. Now, you guys, you're lucky. No, wait. They picked that day because they knew I had a hair appointment. They knew I had to get my nails done, and they're in on it. Oh, that's funny. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to close it out. I truly appreciate it. Again, if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video is released. I live stream every week, usually a few times a week. So hit that notification bell. That way, when I do go live, you can hop on here. You can get in the comment section. We can have a conversation. I will talk to, excuse me, lottie-dottie everybody. So feel free to join in, join the community. I love you guys. I love this country. That's why I do this. I think that we're a big tent here in the Republican Party and or on the conservative side, on the right. Let's just say on the right, because the big R Republican Party is not my favorite, but that's what we've got right now. Anyway, being part of this conservative movement is important because I feel like this country needs to shift a bit more towards the right, a bit more towards conservatism, and just doing what's in the best interest of the American people. that being a big tent means that we are going to be at each other's throats. But I don't think that I think that we can have disagreements, but not be so divisive that we utterly wreck our entire political movement, as I feel like we are doing right now, which is why I'm making videos like this and the others that I've made. So I love you guys. God bless you. God bless America. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday evening. Have a wonderful weekend. And hopefully I will be doing a live stream this weekend. I'll almost certainly be doing one tomorrow on Saturday and potentially one on Sunday, hopefully with the Chicago Conservative. We'll see. Stay tuned for that one. I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Love y'all.